barest trace of an accent.
What do you call that?
Tail?
Do this.
He was a communist. He was a communist comedian, and everybody knew he's a pinky.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag. The first time I saw him was at a communist rally just outside Kiev. And I was then working at the old Belasco theater, not the new Belasco, it was the old Belasco. And he said to me, can you help me? And I said, no. And that's the last time I ever saw him.
You notice he never entertained in the White House during a Republican administration, although the Kennedys always had him. Lyndon Johnson, he was like a toy to Lyndon Johnson. He was like a court jester. And then he could make Lyndon really laugh. I mean, he would just piss himself with laughter, you know. And, but Nixon never found Richard that funny. And I'm not sure Jerry Ford did either, although Ford went through all the motions. He tried to just get on the Richard Lewis bandwagon. I think Jerry Ford liked being seen with Richard. Made him look good.
He's volatile, you know, his material has a half-life. You kind of think about it later and it hits you. It comes back to you. I've seen actually audiences laughing on the freeway because they've seen his show and didn't laugh at the time, but it hits them on the way home. And they respond then. He's gotten many standing ovations when people get to their house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Lewis.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you very much. I am so incredibly, well, here, I got to tell you, I just spent about a week with family, and I am absolutely thrilled and delighted to be here in front of strangers. You have no idea. Can't believe it. My mother, she put a satellite dish up. I said, gee, why don't you do the sports night? I can't imagine discussing like the pennant race with it. But it was, believe me, it was like, it had to be like a Jewish satellite dish. It picked up problems from other families. It's like... Oh. Gotta breathe. I gotta learn how to breathe. I want to relax. I'm glad to be here. I have pressure. I'm walking to the club. I'm walking to this club. I've been here years. It's unbelievable. I'm just trying to relax. I walk to the club, tippy-toe in, to avoid any kind of anxiety. And, hey, what happens? A cop's car is, like, sort of driving down. There's a guy without his headlights on. So they have these, like, loudspeakers. It's like, you know, Yankee Stadium on top of the car. And the guy goes, or the cop goes, I get confused myself, but I'm to the cop car now. The cop goes, put on your headlights. So, oh, sure. The guy put it on, but he, like, went over a canyon. It was so counterproductive, you know? And I'm just walking alone. The cop sees me, goes, stop blaming your childhood. He's like, oh, you know, kind of a...